everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Georgia from Georgia's Shenanigans. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful beaded necklace using natural stone beads. The pendant is a pentagram, which if I show you that way, should look right. This one's done in bronze, but we're going to do one in antique silver. So these stones are a kind of jade stone. I don't know the exact name of them, but they're 8mm and 6mm. Then you've got some little ancient bronze spaces and your clasp. We're going to use tiger tail wire to string the beads, but stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, I'm back. So first off, you need to cut yourself some wire. I'm using 0.3mm stainless steel tiger tail, and I've got probably about 30 inches, depending on how long you want to make your necklace. This dictates how much wire you're going to need. So to begin, pop your pendant on, and then take it down to the middle of your wire. So you have your ends pretty much even. Take it down to the middle. Now I suppose I should tell you what you're going to need. I've got 8mm, these are sunstone beads. So I've got 8mm and 6mm. I've got some stainless steel bead caps, some little ancient silver spaces, and some little stainless steel daisy spaces as well. And as I said, depending on the pattern that you choose and the length of your necklace, that will dictate how many you'll need of each one. So I'm sure you can work that out. You're going to need 3 jump rings. I've got 2 5mm and a 6 or 7mm, I'm not sure. A couple of little 5mm wire guardians, a couple of little 3mm crimp covers, and 2 little crimps. Now I've also got these little 4mm faceted rounds. These are just glass. They're as close in colour as I could get to the sunstone, but I'll show you why we need those in a minute. So you've strung your pendant onto your wire. Then we're going to pop one of these little spaces on, and we're going to put both pieces of wire through that. It's a little bit tricky because one end of my wire is very slightly bent. Then we're going to put on a bead cap. And that little bend in the wire is going to drive me crazy. Oh, I'll have to cut it off, hold on. Just very slightly bent, and of course, when you're trying to thread 2 pieces of wire, it just makes it a little bit unpleasant. So we've got 1 bead cap, one of our 8mm sunstones, another bead cap, sorry I don't have my glasses on either, which really isn't helping, one of the 6mm stones, and another one of the little spaces. Okay, so bring that all down to your pendant. And that's what we've got so far. So that is going to be the pendant component, all of that. Now on your wires, you want to grab these little 4mm beads. If I can find the hole. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And slide them down. Now, because they're going to sit right at the bottom there, you want small beads because they're going to compete for space. And you don't want a piece of wire to be showing. So by the time we tighten this all up and get it all laying properly, they'll sit really nicely. Okay, so now you just want to string your pattern on. So my pattern is going to be a 6mm, then one of these little spaces, another 6mm, an 8mm, a bead cap, another 8mm, another bead cap. Now obviously you've got to string your bead caps so that they cradle your bead. For this particular design, sometimes you might be doing a design that you don't want it to do that. So that's basically the pattern. So I'll show you that. So I'm going to go ahead and string the rest of my beads, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've strung all the beads. As you can see, I've repeated the pattern right the way along. And then towards the end of the necklace, I've reduced it to just the 6mm beads. You'll find using a smaller bead around the back of the neck it's more comfortable. So in between each section of 4, I've just got a little daisy spacer. So now we are ready to finish it off. Obviously I've got 2 bead stoppers on just in case. You probably don't necessarily need the bead stoppers, but knowing me, I'll spill them everywhere. So pop on your wire guardian. So that's what we've got now. It's just that. Pop on your jump ring. Oh, hang on, start that again. Pop on your crimp. Then your wire guardian. Oh goodness me, more thumbs this morning. Okay, so you've got your crimp on your wire and your wire guardian. So you might want to pull that down a little bit, like that. Sorry, my wire's all curling up and being silly. Pop your jump ring on. Now what you want to do is feed the end of your wire down through your crimp. So that's what we've got. Now I always put the tail of the wire through the first couple of beads. You don't have to, you can just cut it off at the crimp. But I just feel like it gives me a little bit more security if there is still a tail there, you know. And the thing is, if your crimp's going to let go, your beads are going to go everywhere anyway, regardless of whether you've got that tail or not. But I don't know, it's just the way that I do it. Okay, so you want to squeeze your guardian in and bring your crimp up as close as you can. So that's what we've got now. Now you want to just shake your beads down, make sure they're all down to the bottom. Also make sure they're nicely coiled so they're not going to be too tight. Don't have a whole lot to grab hold of here. Grab your crimping pliers and crimp your crimp. Turn the crimp around, and then using the little notches on your pliers, you can close up the crimp, kind of fold it in half. Mine's not going to cooperate, so just let me work on that for a second. Okay, so I've managed to get that to fold in half, so you can see that that's what we've got now. I don't know how well you can see that. So now you want to grab your crimp cover, or actually you could trim your wire off first. For some reason mine doesn't want to trim, but anyway, there we go. Grab your little crimp cover. Now I've got these really small 3mm crimp covers, and you need to pop that over your crimp. Okay, so that's what we've got now. Now we need to do the same on the other end. So grab your crimp and your wire guardian. For those who don't know what a wire guardian is, it's just a little horseshoe shaped, these ones are stainless steel. Your wire goes up one side and then down through the other side, and that just protects the wire from wear. So they go like that. So now on this side we're going to put another jump ring. You could just put your lobster clasp straight on to the wire guardian. I know mine don't fit on these guardians, so I have to use a jump ring. Once again, slide the tail back through the first 2 or 3 beads. I haven't got enough of a tail to get it through 3, so 2's fine. Pull your wire up. Make sure your beads are all down where they need to be and that they're not too tight. And then crimp off your crimp. It's very hard to show you how to crimp simply because of the logistics of the whole thing. So we crimp that one off. Turn your crimp into like a little taco shape. Then use your pliers to close it up. Or fold it in half. And then pop your crimp cover on. You don't have to use crimp covers. A lot of people don't use them. I just like to cover the crimp because I think they're a little bit ugly. I think crimp covers are pretty ugly too, but they look better than just a squashed crimp sitting there on your bracelet or your necklace. Okay, cut your wire off. Grab your jump ring. And I didn't get a clasp, so just one moment, I'll grab a clasp. Okay, so you want to open up your jump ring. So just find the join. Grab the other side, open it up, pop your clasp on. Close your jump ring. So there's one side. And now your other side, you just want to put the jump ring on. And you can, of course, choose to put an extender chain with a little charm if you wanted to. All sorts of ways to jazzy it up a bit. I always use stainless steel jump rings. I find that they're nice and strong. And there you have it. There's your necklace done. So that's how your clasp looks. That's how your necklace looks. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you could get something out of it. I was going to mention about these small beads at the bottom. So if you look now, they're nice and even, and nobody's competing for that bottom bit of wire. So they sit nicely together. So anyway, guys, there you have it. I would love it if you could like and subscribe. Would be fabulous. And I wish you all a happy and safe week. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.